It's time to introduce you to another Poppin Podcast. She's seen it all, from crime scenes to autopsies and so much more I can't even imagine. Julie Mattson is a forensic nurse death investigator turned true crime podcaster, where she takes listeners inside the world of death and crime and forensics. And she's here to tell us all about it and how she created the Pushing Up Lilies podcast. I mean, yes. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm
what
so
a
happy
name.
to be here.
What a name. How'd you come up with Pushing Up Lilies?
A little play on words. My producer actually helped me. We were just kind of trying to do a play on words, and of course we had to choose something that no one else used. So.
Well, I want to acknowledge, because you wear a ton of hats. We just talked about what your job title was. So just run down the list for us, a couple of things that you do.
Okay, I've been an RN for 30 years. I've worked in the ER in several different areas of the hospital, but I started doing sexual assault nursing about 25 years ago and realized forensics was kind of a passion of mine. So once I started doing that, I was like, what else can I do as a nurse? What else can I do in the world of forensics? And I decided to start death investigation, and then the podcast just kind of came from that, you know, just because,
goodness. I can't imagine the things that you've seen.
I know, a lot.
I'm like, I almost want to ask, but I'm almost scared to ask. So we'll just go to this. What made you want to add true crime podcaster? It sounds like you're already busy as it is. How do you fit it into your life?
Very busy. I'm in grad school as well, so that's kind of So, so I just kind of I decided to add it because people are always wanting to know, what's the coolest thing you've seen? What was your week like last week? You know, what's the weirdest scene you've ever experienced? And they just always ask me what was going on. Right. And so I thought, you know, I might as well just put it on the air and let everybody hear it, because everyone loves true crime.
Okay, so give us a little spill of the tea this morning. What's maybe one of the most unique stories that you've shared on your podcast?
Yes, one of the ones is a scene I actually worked. This was where a group of kids in their 20s, I guess kids to me, not really kids, but they were using drugs in a hotel room, and one of their friends became unresponsive, and like all friends would do, they raised the mattress and put her under the bed.
Oh, wow.
So she was there for about a week, and in the meantime, several people had stayed in the room, and several people had slept in the bed.
As in guests?
Yes, and so she was actually dead under the bed for a good week or two before the friends finally realized that she's not coming back, and they called, the police. And the police called the hotel, and there was a man in the room who had rented the room. And so they were like, sir, could you please step out and raise the mattress? And sure as the world, there she was. So, and I would get, after I aired that episode, I got several phone calls and messages and photos from my followers who were like, sending me pictures of their husband looking under the bed in the hotel room where they were staying, because like, okay, he is completely freaked out. Like does not want it. Yeah.
And that's just one of your podcasts. But you've got plenty.
That is one episode, for sure. So,
Girl,
there's a lot.
You've seen a lot. I'm traumatized, and you've only told me one story.
Yeah,
you didn't even give me all the details.
So now it's just like, okay, now, you know, even when I go to a hotel, I'm like checking the closets, looking under the bed.
Are you paranoid?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
No, but I think I'm just like aware. You know, I guess is the best word.
Extra aware.
Extra aware.
Girl, I would be paranoid. So. Okay, let me ask you this then, because you do work a lot of tough scenes, and now you're also talking about them.
Yes.
So how do you emotionally separate yourself from your work, podcasting, and your actual job as well?
Well, I think I have a good support system at home. I have my kids and my granddaughter and my husband, a great support system. I have great coworkers. We can always kind of bounce things off of each other and just kind of debrief a little bit, and basically just kind of spoil yourself every once in a while. You know, just try to remember that you've got to keep a life-work balance.
You got to fill your cup up, right, in order to do all the other things.
Definitely.
You mentioned that TV shows actually kind of glamorize your job. I think there's a ton of shows out there that have investigating in them. So what would be one myth that you would love to just bust this morning for all of our investigative fanatics?
I mean, I'm not going to say I've never worn heels to a scene, but on TV, you know, everyone's got white pants on, and they've got these high heels on. Well, and they just kind of look at the body and they go, yeah, they're dead. You know, we actually roll them over, look in the eyes, remove jewelry. I mean,
You're hands-on.
Nitty-gritty, yeah. And so, I mean, they're there are bugs that you don't see a lot of times on TV. There are smells that you definitely can't smell on TV. And so there's just a lot of things. DNA does not come back on an iPad in 15 minutes. You know, it's just
takes time.
It takes time. And so TV kind of well, of course I know they have a limited amount of time that it airs. So it's like, okay, let's speed this up. But it's a lot different.
My goodness, as I sit here listening to you, I could listen to you all day if I'm honest. Like, I wish we could just do a personal podcast where you just sit, because I am intrigued. And my next question was, how do you think you keep your listeners listening? But honestly, I mean, I'm sitting here just eating you up. This is amazing.
You're sweet. Well, I mean, you never run out of stuff to talk about. I mean, something new happens every day, something that just kind of blows you away. Just when you think you've seen it all, you know, you see something
some more.
else. And so it's an ongoing story to tell. People never, you know, amaze me. I'm not ever surprised really by stories that I hear. And so I feel like that everyone's general curiosity, and we just all love true crime.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so because of true crime, tell me a little bit about what's in this box.
Yeah, so this is going to be, this launches in May. This is going to be my subscription box. It's called the Serial Box, SERIAL, again, a play on words. And these will go out, you can order them monthly, every 3 months, every 6 months, or yearly. Or we will also have like specialty boxes, like for Valentine's Day, My Bloody Valentine. If you
got this all thought out.
Yeah, if you have a girlfriend or husband who loves true crime, and you know, flowers die, and this is a good gift that they can order. And it's a great gift idea.
Julie, thank you so much for coming on the show today. You have really amazed me this morning. This has just been so good.
So much fun.